Rent-A-Girlfriend dramas going on. JJK might have some leaks that might be taking a change on the whole scene of how it goes. You've got My Dress Up Darling with all that scandals and what should have not been in it, which I think shouldn't. We'll get into that later. And the state of anime content creation is, in my opinion, in a downward spiral. I feel like there's just no coming back from this. Hopefully, we can revive it because there was revival. But we'll begin all of this and more on this podcast episode. Welcome back to the More Than Cartoon podcast. I am your host, Kyle, here with my co-host, Will. And today I'm kind of taking charge on this one with Will because there's certain things that just have been rubbing me the wrong way. And it feels like I don't know if I can sit back. I don't know if this is just me just being mad, crashing out, whatever you want to call about it. But there's just a lot of things that are recently going on in the anime community that I do not like. But who to help me through this time is a seasoned veteran of anime community, Will, obviously. I mean, he's been through, I guess, a lot. So he's probably seen a lot of this stuff, and maybe he can help guide me, give me some direction on where I should be thinking mentally. Because I feel like my mindset is valid on some of this stuff. Where I want to start off first, and the one that's probably giving me the most grief right now, and it doesn't pertain to what's going on recently, but in some way it does, is Rent-A-Girlfriend. Because a lot of times in the past, we've talked about Rent-A-Girlfriend. And what is happening recently, to give a backstory on everyone, a while ago, we talked about Rent-A-Girlfriend and how
it's trash. That's what's happening.
It's the worst thing. It's dog crap. Like, just nothing worse than that. It's the lowest of low. And I feel like the creator has to be doing this on purpose. He has to be making this to where he's just edging
in
us.
Love with the main character. Like,
yes.
He goons over his own character that he created. Like, come on. The name of the anime, the name of the manga is Rent-A-Girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It denotes a seedy experience.
Yeah. So if you took the mindset of it, of renting a girlfriend, that's what it is. And if I'm gonna be honest, the way that the last couple chapters, to give insight, what happened was, it gets me so frustrated. It gets me so mad thinking about it. You have her, Chizuru, takes, I can't even, what's his name?
By the way, I have no idea. I have no idea.
I don't even remember his name.
That's listening, I have no clue what happens because this anime is so stupid and so ridiculous. And the manga, I hate it so much. I could not care less, and so I have no clue. And I'm glad you like it. I'm not like,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I have no idea what's going on because the thing is so stupid. Now let's trash on it.
Okay, so reasons why Rent-A-Girlfriend is the worst anime manga out there is because, first off, yes, the author himself is just edging everyone along. He should have left it.
He's edging himself along too.
True. Back when Chizuru pretty much just said, hey, I want to focus on my career. Everyone would have hated it, but at the same time, I'd have been fine if that's the way it ended. Okay, good. You want to focus on your career.
Props for, if that would have been the ending, props for actually
a good ending
in an unconventional way, right?
Yes, and that's what anime does, right? But here's the thing. She takes him out to a romantic scene, pays for all his stuff, sets him up to be like a confession. Because guess what? Here's the thing. She has feelings for him. But she's like, you know what? My feelings don't matter in this situation. My career does. She says, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to do my career, which that's it. Fine, whatever. I guess. I mean, she's all capitalism. Let's go. But what ticks me off is now what she's doing is she ghosts our man, right? She's ghosting him, put him on the back burner, right? So much, Will. He's using AI. Some people are saying it's Grok or whatever you want to call it, the AI. He's using AI for relationship advice. He's so down bad. He's using that for relationship advice. So also there is another character in this series that is like playing telephone back in middle school. Oh, I'm not talking to this person. You talk to them for me then. In between. And Chizuru is saying, you know, I'm not able to date him right now, but gives him, this is what happened recently. She gives him a date, or this character a date of, hey, I can potentially date him on this date. Once again, the author giving us the edging. Once again, just showing, hey, we don't care about the reader. We don't care about the viewer themselves. It is so frustrating how this is going on and how they're doing it. I just...
Is it the main character's name Gojo? Is it Gojo?
No. I thought it was like... honestly, whatever. I have put this...
The next volume of Rent-A-Girlfriend is just going to be It's going to be a picture of one of those padded chairs in a hotel room that sits in the corner, and it's just going to be titled "Cuck Chair." And that's
I'm
going to
be
be
honest. I would rather watch Evangelion 10 times over than ever give any sort of money, time, effort, which I don't know why I'm doing it now, to Rent a Girlfriend. I'm just so over this. And I'm like, is this a valid reaction? Because in my mindset, like, there's a way to treat the viewer, the consumer. I'm like, how is this going through from the author's hands to the producers and be like, you know what? Let's run this. Let's run this. How are people? Who's even watching this? Who's even reading this?
People
How is he getting funding to do
people
this?
that are invested in this, how many hundreds
Way
of,
too invested.
of volumes, right?
And I think it's like 40 to 60 chapters they still have left to go.
Yeah. So that's who's watching it. This is a point that I made a video today about the new Jujutsu Kaisen. People are calling it a spinoff, but it's not even a spinoff. It's a direct sequel to Jujutsu Kaisen that's coming out.
Isn't like people are saying like it's a time skip or something, right?
Yes. So, and I bring this up because I bring up the same point in that video, and I think it's relevant to JJK. When you start seeing stuff like this happen, it makes me think, like what you're seeing with Rent a Girlfriend, that the author or the mangaka in this situation did not have the end in mind when he started creating the story.
They're just piecing it together. Let's just figure it out
as they go. The best stories, I'm not saying it has to be this way, but some of the best stories, the author has a roadmap of where
there's
they're
an
going.
end in mind.
There's an end in mind, and then the entire journey is just getting there, getting there along the way, right?
Yes.
With JJK, it was very obvious to me that Akutami, because I read the manga, at a certain point, I would say around Culling Game is what I think, maybe a little bit before Culling Game, but definitely in Culling Game, he didn't really know where he was going. And you get a lot of, inconsistencies and head scratchers. I would assume same thing's happening with Rent a Girlfriend. The mangaka probably didn't know where to go. And is making it up along the way. And then you add in the alleged rumors that he's in love with his own character that he created and gooning to his own character, whatever. And it's a recipe for what you're going through.
See, the thing is, the man is married, right? I understand if he was single. I understand that. The man is married. His wife is probably reading this manga as well. And I want to know that relationship. I really want to know. Because what kind of man, what kind of relationship do you need to be in? Is this like repressed memory, repressed trauma of him, of his past self, just like writing it down like, hey, I really like this girl. She strung me along for the longest time, and then she chose, maybe school or whatever. What if it's about his wife? I don't know, dude. I'm so tired of this.
Or
and
maybe
I feel
Chizuru's the one that got away.
I'm not crazy, right? This is a normal reaction to have.
I'm not even reading it, and it sounds. My best friend is
stupid.
My best friend Ty is in your shoes exactly. He's been reading the manga, and he's like, "This is the stupidest thing ever. Like, this is so dumb. What's going on? It makes no sense." If you're watching or you're listening, and you're a Rent a Girlfriend fan, and you're like on the opposite side, tell us in a comment. Tell us why it makes sense.
How
make it make sense? It doesn't make sense.
Season 4 is going on currently right now, and there's a scene with Kazuya or whatever her name is in the bath, not in the bath, it's in a pool. And oh no, cliche, you know what happens when they're at a water park? Oh no, my top fell off, right? And he comes in to save her. Dude, I could give two craps about this right now. Season 4 is currently going on. I watched season 1. I rewatched season 1 to understand. So I was about to go into season 2. When I rewatched season 1, I was like, this is early times of my career of watching anime. I watched season 1. Thought it was okay, right? Then I went back to rewatch it so I could see how season 2 was, because it's been a while since I've seen season 2, or season 1 to season 2. I was like, why the hell did I even watch this? This is terrible. So not seeing season 2, not seeing season 3.
This is the worst.
Definitely want season 4. It is so bad. And I want to know, like, is this normal for authors? Is this normal for animes just to string us along and just be like, hey, you know what? I got a little carrot in front of you. I know you want this. I know you want this, but you're not going to have it. But I know you want it.
I wouldn't say it's normal, but I would say that it's a sign of the current times that we're in right now, where people want the next part of the story so fast, and these mangaka are put under these huge deadlines. I'm sure that has something to do with it, to kind of transition into, like, that was what was happening with Akutami and Jujutsu Kaisen as well. Is like Akutami got sick and had all these deadlines and had to put these chapters out. Yeah, and that's part of why I believe, and a lot of other people believe, that the ending, which we're not going to talk about because we're not going to spoil anybody, but that the ending maybe wasn't what it could have been because Akutami was so rushed. But in crazy news about JJK is we actually had 2 huge announcements about JJK this week, like 2 big announcements about JJK.
I heard they were leaks.
No. These are real. These are real and verified.
Okay.
First one being that the Culling Game season 3, Jujutsu Kaisen season 3 is coming out January 26th, I believe.
Don't research anything about it. Just don't. You're gonna get spoiled. Just stay away from that. But it's coming out.
Don't type in Jujutsu Kaisen the Culling Game. You will be spoiled. There are things that are going to happen, and anime only fans will rage quit. I promise you. But what I think, so that's the exciting one. But the really interesting one, because it probably will get an anime adaptation, I would assume, depending on how successful Jujutsu Kaisen continues to be. By the way, when you make videos trying to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen and you say Jujutsu Kaisen over and over and over again, it's really difficult.
It's difficult. When you just say the same stuff over, tongue twister. And with my speech impediment, dude, it's so hard.
It started as a rumor, but now there is confirmation. I want to say Shonen Jump confirmed it in their latest issue. That there is because you got to remember the Jujutsu Kaisen manga is done. There is a sequel that Akutami is writing that takes place 50 years in the future. And just from my reading of the synopsis, it doesn't sound, it's not a spinoff, it's a sequel because it's directly related to characters, right? And in this sequel that's 50 years in the future, I wouldn't say what I'm about to say is a spoiler because I don't remember this being talked about. I don't remember this being talked about in the manga, but essentially like the premise is it's the main characters are Yuta and Maki's grandchildren. So that's the
tread lightly there.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything more beyond that. But those are the main characters. And so it's 50 years in the future and the main characters are Yuta and Maki's grandkids. And here's where it gets crazy. As if JJK wasn't crazy enough.
Tell me.
It's about aliens trying to take them for their cursed energy.
Yeah. I mean,
now
there's a lot I want to go over what you just said there because first off, there's so much to unravel because everything that you just said is what I heard, but I heard as leaks. And like I said multiple times, don't research JJK at all because you're gonna get spoiled. Because guess what happened? I've been spoiled by something that's gonna happen in the manga or wherever from JJK, but what leads to this new manga that's coming out. I don't remember the name of what it's called. I think it's just like an O
it's
or
called
something.
Jujutsu Kaisen Mujiro?
Okay,
Mojiro?
That's
something
not,
like that.
That might have been it. So I got spoiled about that again. And everything I heard was through leaks, so I didn't know it was confirmed. But if Will's saying that and what he's reading to and what he just touched over is kind of what I heard, but a little more in depth, that's a problem. But also what I see it as too is I feel like Shonen Jump is starving. I made a little comment about that just a while ago, but I feel like they're starving because you have to think about this, man. They don't have My Hero. They don't have Naruto. They don't have, Bleach is considered into the adult version now.
But
all they have is One Piece.
They need to start getting out the next great thing, like Kagurabachi.
Exactly.
Like
so they're starving.
Kagurabachi out. Kagurabachi is freaking amazing.
Yes,
and people really love that anime. Let's get
but at the same time, Shonen Jump though is I feel like they're trying to find the next big thing because it's just a cash grab right now. But you have when you're talking about will this get into anime? I don't know because my mindset is look at Hell's Paradise, love it to death. Honestly, I have the full collection, right? Do I have? I might have the full collection. I'm gonna tell you right now, love it. But the one I've been told even better by the author, because even a close friend of mine mentioned, and he was trying to get me on it. And I might actually read it because of he said he cried. And this is a man I've never seen have any emotions ever. It's called Fire Punch.
Oh yeah. So Fire Punch is
well known.
Fire Punch is, oh my gosh, who created Fire Punch? It's the guy who created a very popular anime. I can't think of his name.
I thought it was Hell's Paradise. Is that not Hell's Paradise?
It's something else. It's something else. Who?
Because there was Doro de Horo is the one that he really liked, and I think it might have been about the same thing like that. This guys right now, if you don't know, Will is currently searching it right now because as once again I am ill prepared when it comes to stuff like this. I'm pretty sure I thought it was the Hell's Paradise author. I could be wrong, but what I was told is that
Fujimoto.
which also did, was it Dorohedoro or was it Hell's
Is
Paradise?
it JJK? Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. That's what it was. It was Chainsaw Man. Yes. How did we not know that? I do have Chainsaw though.
I have heard of. I watched a video on Fire Punch a while back.
Dude, I heard it is so crazy.
Yeah, I've heard it's fantastic. There's not any rumblings about Fire Punch getting an anime, is there?
No, and that's why I'm mentioning it, because like you have something that's considered as
it's supposed to be wild
community, better than Chainsaw Man, better than Hell's Paradise, better than all of this, but it's not getting anime because it's not popular. And well, I think it's probably that, or it's just not popular. A lot of people won't put money and time into, because right now, if you look at how the anime state of community is, which I want to go into another episode on this, but how the state of the anime community, not content creators, but actual community, is they're putting a lot of funding into the community of like, hey, let's increase the budget to give out better animation. That's what they're saying, or being able to do maybe pay animators at better wage, hopefully. But what's really going to probably happen is better marketing, better funding for productions, all that stuff. That's why you might see Crunchyroll raising their prices. Now, this is the only defending I'll do for Crunchyroll ever. Crunchyroll is going to raise their prices because they have to match up with production. They have to do all these resources, because I mean they can't rely on AI to do all their subtitles. I'm sorry, I can't give them all the praise. I have to chap them a little
bit. I like people got fired over that, which is good.
Dude, the Rent-A-Girlfriend again. Here we.
Oh my gosh, the Rent-A-Girlfriend episode that had a To Be Hero, or no, it was a To Be Hero episode that had a Rent-A-Girlfriend audio over it. It's like, how
do you mess up that bad? Like we mess up all the time.
That this happens. Like, like messed up subtitles is one thing, but oh my gosh,
it just makes you wonder, because like us as content creators, okay, we do most of our stuff in house. Now we might have some editors here and there, and all, you know, if we're living the dream, we got some editors here and there. But let me tell you, still, before I even post something, I'll usually check it roughly. I don't check the full time, because a lot of times I do mess up. I mess up all the time, but they have a full team, probably a production team that's going through. So they had to go through probably multiple eyes, and no one heard that.
Nobody noticed.
No one noticed. That is very, very strange. But getting back into this though, I feel like productions is going to go up. People are putting a lot more money into anime, which means there is opportunity for more anime. But if they start to be like Western, meaning that they want more sequels instead of originals, I feel like that's going to be bad for the anime community. I really do. I feel this season we've been blessed, and I don't know if this is just me watching actual currently releasing animes.
It's good stuff.
I'm excited for tonight, because I'm going to catch up. Like Friday nights are my nights to catch up on all the animes that I might have missed. Some of them I religiously will watch the day they release, religiously. But I have been surprised about certain animes I didn't think I was. Like, even when I bashed about, like, I can't wait for our final like wrap up session of, hey, these are animes we liked. Because just for those who are listening, we're going to probably do a spring right before fall happens. We'll do like a recap or an understanding of what we liked on the animes. There's been a lot of them.
Yeah. Bro, I've been getting caught up on To Be Hero X. I think I'm on the most recent episode.
I'm a few behind. I will say that.
This show is so good.
I don't think it's meant for the right people, though. I really don't. I don't think it's meant for the right people, because I think it's going to go underpassed. I feel it's going to be very underrated, swept under the rug, and people aren't going to realize the beauty of it, because they're like, whoa, everyone's questioning on what happened to the first guy. What happened to him? And they're not realizing that if you just stick through it.
It's what I just talked about.
It's wrapping it all
author
together.
Has the end in mind.
Exactly.
And it's all wrapping back.
So good.
There was a moment, so you probably haven't seen this episode, so I won't say anything, but I was watching an episode a while back, and then something happened. It's like, oh wow, that's crazy.
So I'll give you a quick synopsis of where I know I'm at. For those spoilers, for those who don't know, I think it's around like episode 18, 19, maybe even 20 right now. The father and all that is with the daughter that he doesn't know, that he hasn't confessed to the daughter. Like the smoke's going on right now. Yeah. And the last episode I just watched was it like Lucky Boy or something like that? The Beast Boy that has the pet. Little Johnny. Yeah. Yes. And you just saw him go like berserk. That was the last one I watched.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. After his dad.
Yeah. That was a crazy episode too.
Yes.
So very, very well how they're tying all these characters together.
Did you put it together? Who was responsible for his dad's death?
Wasn't it the guy he's sitting next to? I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Yeah. And so when all that happened, I was like, what? So you see that
because the flower and then everything else.
because when it's
dude,
introducing Ghostblade's story, and then it kind of goes around, and then it brings you to little Johnny, and then you see the flashback of him finding his dad dead, and you're like, oh crap, that's the guy that goes.
And the flowers were all growing around where he lived, and then he brings the flower home to the daughter, and then he just loves growing those flowers, blah blah blah, because the daughter loves it. So it just keeps like that a flower. A flower. That's how simple-minded some people can be. Realized, like, they don't realize how, like, all this is connected. A flower is practically connecting all these people together.
It's a really, really good show. I think I will have to agree with you. It probably will get underrated in the sense that like it has all the elements of being like super cool and flashy and really cool fights and really cool stuff.
Right.
But it has a little bit of complexity that I sadly think most people won't pick up on, and will be like, dude, this is stupid. These aren't the same characters we had 3 episodes ago. This is like, what the heck is going on here? I don't know what's going on. Instead of being, intelligent enough to realize, oh, they're jumping around characters. They're probably trying to tell some kind of an interesting story that we don't normally get. This is different. Let's stick around. And then you start to see all this stuff. The battle between Queen and Boa. Oh,
beautiful.
My God. That was like, dude, that was beautiful. Like a 5-minute long fight, 6-minute long fight, something like that.
It was almost to the point where, like, you had to put it in half speed. Half speed.
So good. I watched it twice.
It was so good. But here's the thing. It's when it gets to, I think, episode 3 or 4, when it does that change, when it does that twist.
That first time,
and it changes the quality in animation. Because first off, I'm telling you, the animation and how it looks, like the claymation style, almost rough kind of looking CGI style, going to actual anime style later on. I don't think people realized that could have set them off. Then the fact is the twist by episode 3 or 4. Then once they realize, hey, this is about a 24 episode anime. Do I want to stick it out? Do I really want to last this long? I don't think so. If they're just going to keep on changing characters, not realizing it has all of it tied together.
I was confused. I looked this up. I don't know if you know this, but I was confused. I was like, why did it go from 3D to 2D traditional style anime? Like what happened? And it's interesting. What the reasoning is because the current X, that is meant to signify when he's activating his power and not activating his power. So his power has there's something about, he activates his power and it stops being 3D and goes to 2D. And so it's meant to signify his power is active, but for budget reasons, they decided to keep the majority of it 2D and continuity. So the episode I just started episode 21 and I just finished episode 20. And at the very end of episode 20, it shifts back to 3D, but then 21 is in 2D. So super interesting little Easter egg right there.
If you look at the animation of that fight, I can understand why they have budget issues. And that makes complete sense. And I'm fine with that. Honestly, I don't mind that it changed the animation style and the quality. I don't mind that. If it's a good enough story,
2D, honestly.
Yeah, really?
Here's a funny thing. This is funny. Okay. I don't know if you've picked up on it, but I'm not sure if it's confirmed until episode 20. It's not really a spoiler.
Okay.
But you know, the girl who builds the mech suit, who like she's obviously she's like becoming a hero through her mech suit. Do you know what her hero name is? Her hero name is Loli. Loli. I kid you not. Her hero name is Loli.
That's I don't know, dude. I see, that's the thing I don't understand. I mean, I'm not into the Loli stuff and all. That gives us a bad name.
Is this tongue in cheek, or is this just really, like what?
Yeah. No, it's right on the nose. We're there, man. Because I don't know. There's a lot of tropes I don't like in anime. That's one of them that gives us a bad, name. I'm fine with fan service and all that. That's fine, whatever. But that is it's so hard to watch stuff like that. But then I like when people put a twist on it, though. Like, I mean, just gonna put it out there. The peak anime, Nukatashi, that's currently being released. Okay. Peak fiction, absolute cinema, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful. They have a lolly in there, but they're doing a bit about it, and it is so good the way they're doing it. I think it's the right way to do it. But forget tropes, forget all this other stuff. There is going back to lack of animation, or even talking about 3D, 2D budgets. Productions, issues with that, I'm not worried about TB Hero X. I think they're doing great.
Did you
I'm
see the announcement for the budget that Solo Leveling Season 3 got?
probably a phenomenal budget, probably insane. Do you know how much backing they're gonna get from that? Don't
I wanna
don't tear me
look
down.
it up because I want to give the correct
Okay,
I want to give the correct number,
okay.
but it's insane.
Because what I'm trying to talk about is One Punch Man season 3, and how there is a whole story to be talked about the downfall. One Punch Man season 3 will be the biggest flop of the fall season. I know that for a fact. I'm willing to stake my reputation on it. I think it is the only reason why this show is going to do well is because of the fans trying to keep it alive. That's
So
it.
you have
There's
to
no
tell me
reason.
why you think that's one. It's been forever since we had
Will,
season
it's
2.
not why. It's fact. It is fact.
I don't
It's
know.
going to happen.
I mean, if the thing that's keeping a show alive is the fans, then it's successful.
All right. Serious
Right.
pants on. Let me give you the facts. I'm gonna make a believer out of Will. Y'all about to see this in real time. Let me tell
Because
you.
you're
Okay.
talking to a One Punch Man fan.
Oh, love One Punch Man. And I will say, now, for those people who like it and don't, let me tell you, I actually prefer season 2 over season 1. I know that's a hot topic to say, but I love season 1. But for me, I just enjoyed season 2 a lot more than season 1. I thought it was just a little more entertaining for me, per se.
Fun fact. My first ever viral video ever was interviewing a One Punch Man cosplayer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might have saw that one, actually. Okay.
It's the one where he says the big 3 are boring.
Yeah. I can understand that one. I understand. But, okay. So, let me set up this little scenery for you, okay? 2009, One Punch Man releases a webcomic, okay? 2015, you have Madhouse season 1 directing it or producing it. Then 2019, everyone loved season 1. 2019, season 2 comes out. Okay, that's a 4-year. That switched to JC Staff. Now, the reputation towards that for changing productions was horrendous. Everyone hated it. For me, I didn't mind it too much. Like I said, I didn't notice a big difference, but I understand why people were upset. I can understand that. That's fine. Now, that's 2019. We didn't get talk about a season 3 until 2022. That's just an announcement. They announced it, confirmed it. Then 2024 comes around. They give us a little teaser. Little teaser, right? What is this teaser? Probably just a picture, probably just saying something, maybe just giving out the cover of the thing. 2025, March. They give us a new teaser or hints at there's going to be a video coverage. It's going to be all this stuff happening in October. You'll get all the thing you know happen is like is going to happen in October. We're going to release the anime. It's coming all October, right? 2025.
So
you're going
that's
from
where
2019
JJK
to
got the
2025.
idea for that.
So I guess so. I mean, just edging us along. I mean, I was thinking literally exactly what you just said, JJK the whole time. September 2nd / September 3rd, just recently, they released a 15-second key visual or a little trailer. 15 seconds. 15-second trailer, Will.
After
and
4 years? 5 years?
6 years.
6 years. I can't.
But if you want to do the math, though, 3 years after they announced that so 2022, they announced they're going to do season 3. 2019 was season 2. 2022 is when they announced it. 2024, they gave a teaser. 2025, they said, hey, it's going to be released in October. September of 2025, they give us a 15-second trailer. And I'll be honest with you, it is abysmal watching that trailer because it looks like just colored in manga panels. Everyone's getting the thoughts of To Be Hero X. Everyone's getting the thoughts of, say it, Blue Lock. And it is pissing me off because you have a month until the anime is going to be released. This is September 3rd. It comes out in October, a month. And you're telling me the best you can do is give me a 15-second trailer?
Okay,
just
you
to
said
give
15 seconds. I just found it right here. I haven't watched this, so let's get a live reaction of me experiencing this because I haven't looked at it. I just haven't looked at it because I assumed, hey, I'm excited for One Punch Man.
I'll tell you guys, it's not looking good. For those who are watching right now or listening, Will is currently looking at the trailer, and I'm in disbelief. I don't think it's going to be good. You go from
Looks great.
2019 to 2025. Will. They're giving you nothing. They're giving you nothing. They're giving you nothing in a 15-second clip. I mean,
I clicked on I want to see the clip and let give my live reaction.
Okay.
But I clicked on it and it pulled up a stupid.
I mean, if you can't even find it, that just says my point. But
I know, right? All right, here we go. Here we go.
But the meat and potatoes, we just did the top layer.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
They just chose stupid. It's a stupid trailer. Like, it might not be indicative of what actually like is going to be in the actual anime, but why choose that as like? I would not be surprised if we have a postponed announcement soon.
It got delayed so many years. They kept saying like, "Oh, we're gonna postpone," right? I guarantee you what will probably happen is they'll put out an episode and then maybe a couple episodes and they'll have a couple postpones here and there. Say production issues or stuff like that. But JC Staff is back on it again. But when they released that trailer, I think it was like only like a few, like I think it was a day before or a few days before. Everyone's wondering, we don't have a staff list, and this is where we get into the next part. And I know you want to talk about this. They haven't released a staff list. Now, here's the thing. Why does that matter? Because people want to see.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say we're in a day and age now where we need to see what they've worked on to understand what kind of quality of animation we're getting.
Which is
because what's happening.
Which was one of the reasons why we were skeptical. We talked about Sekiro a while back, right?
Yes.
We were skeptical of Sekiro because the company animating Sekiro had never really animated anything before. But it's
not just conspiracy theories.
Right.
This is facts.
Yeah. But they
concern.
Yeah, they were outspoken about using AI in animation, and that's a whole nother story. But like, that's why I understand. That's why it's important. Like, with something that you love, you're like, okay, who's working on it? And we want to be able to look at who's working on it and say, this is what they've done in the past. Is it going to be good or is it going to be garbage?
But don't you think that's a little fishy? Only giving a 15-second clip and then withholding the staff.
It's super strange.
What everyone's all up in arms.
To not have a full-on trailer a month out is really, really odd. Yeah.
It puts you off. Only 15 seconds. There's any anime you can find out there, even trash ones. They put out full trailers before it comes out. Give you anticipation. We've waited 6 years for season 3.
Yeah.
And you give me a 15-second clip a month out before.
Which is so bizarre because One Punch Man season 1 and season 2, like, say what you will about him, like him or not, it's a parody. It's a parody. It's an ironic troll, fun parody anime. And people loved it. Like, it was very, very popular.
Right.
So for it to take so long, like, is that just because there's been so many other projects? Were there funding issues with season 3? Like, I wonder what
This is where it gets interesting. Because one of the staff that was released, and everyone can't get over it, is he apparently,
he's a corn artist.
He has worked on some H material.
Yeah.
Those who are cultured know these H ones.
Yeah.
But as long as it's not Queen Bee, I'll be fine. Because if it's Queen Bee, then we're screwed. All right. And those who know. But at the same time, it doesn't matter what this man has done, because apparently there are people out here are just bashing him, saying, oh, he's done this, he's done that. Okay. Look at his content. If it's good, judge on that. Yeah. But the man put this out.
We're not saying to go watch Corn, okay? But
no. Do what you want at an appropriate age, people. But the problem is, the problem is though, is that everyone's attacking him because of what he did. We haven't even seen what he's put out yet. Okay, so I asked people, first off, if you are attacking this man, please stop. Don't go attack him. Just attack the production, because production's issue. This man is held by limitations. They give this man a budget. Say JC Staff, Map Anyone. They give the animators a budget and they say, do the best you can with this little bit of money. That's it. So if you're going to be mad at anyone, be mad at production. That's first and foremost. But look at what he puts out. See if he makes the best of this. Then after that, once he puts out, once you see it, everything, do what you want with that information. I think it is crazy what is going on right now, because everything I'm looking at, the more I look into this, there is nothing that's given me anything that this is going to be a good anime. I feel like right now it's just going to be terrible. I think there's gonna be no momentum behind it. I think the only reason why it will do good, I think it'll have a good rating. I'll tell you right now, I think it's gonna have a good rating, but not like a really good one. I'll say like maybe 7 or higher. And the only reason it's gonna be like that is because One Punch Man fans are gonna put it there. They're gonna love it so much. I guarantee you, it's not gonna be there
because season 1 and season 2 were so fun. They were kind of like a cult, thing in and of themselves because they're parody. It's a parody anime, which is great. And it's always amazing to me. People were like, One Punch Man is so stupid because it's, making fun of this, and that. That's the point. The point is that it's a parody. It's like what Scary Movie was to all of the, scary movies back in the day, all the teenage slasher movies, right? It's like what Not Another Teen Movie was to, all the American Pie and Euro Trip and Road Trip and all that. One Punch Man was doing its own thing, kind of. And it'd be a real big disappointment if that were to happen.
Really would.
Just because it was such a unique, like, I would never say that it's like my favorite or it's even one of the greats, but it was fun, right? It was fun. And it was
always good. Just sit down and just watch it. It's a safe bet for anyone anime. I really think it is to recommend it to anybody for anime. Like, hey, watch One Punch Man if you have not seen it, because I think it's just a safe recommendation. I think it's a safe anime within sense, but I don't know. I feel like you have the people who also goon to the two characters, the telekinetic characters. They're probably gonna keep this anime going, if I'm being honest, because I can't get anywhere without seeing those two those two telekinetic sisters, which is weird. Again, talking about lollies, there you go. But it makes no sense. Second, well, I can understand one reason, but second though, I don't think this anime is gonna do good. But what are people wanting from this? I really don't think it's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna flop. But another thing though is I feel like the reason why anger and towards this, I understand it's justified. That's fine. Anger and justification is fine as long as it's valid. Where it is not valid currently is with My Dress Up Darling. My Dress Up Darling is getting
don't spoil me
dragged. No. I'm not spoiling. There's no spoilers. Well, okay. Technically, it's not really a spoiler. It's a statement of what is currently going on.
I saw that people were really mad because like she got her these got censored out. And
what was like for our listeners, Will?
The tatas, the assets.
the reason why people watch My Dress Up Darling.
They censored out her personality, but they
took out the plot. Will they took it out?
Right? She's 15, 16. Like so. We're mad about
here's what I'm gonna say, and there is no defending or anything. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, it should not be animated. I'm gonna tell you that right now. All right. Yeah. Whether or not it should not be animated. I'll tell you this though. I feel like was it devil's advocate almost? I would say for us, we do say if it's written that way, it should be animated that way. If it's
writing
within reason, writing story. But I feel like you should stick to the original content. But at the same time, I don't advocate that situation though. That's a little bit different. So when people say like, "Oh, you're double sided on that," but it's not.
There's a way, like they showed in the anime in the first season when Gojo walks in. I can't remember her name, but the little cosplayer girl walks in on her in the bathtub, spread eagle, and like he gets a full on face at everything, and it shows like in a very creative way in the pupil of his eye, where like you can't see anything, but you can tell that he see it. Like,
but you know what you're seeing. Yeah,
you can still do it in a way that's funny, and like so
exactly. So to give context of what happens is there's a scene from the manga, or there's a page from the manga that she's put on this underwear. She's holding it out, and for some reason they have, everything from her belly button up shown. She's not dressed. Now in the anime, apparently what they've done, I've not watched season 2 yet. I'm currently waiting because for me, I prefer the dub, so I'm waiting for all the dub to come out. What happens is they just move it up a little bit higher. That's it. They move it up a little bit higher. And everyone is pissed off about it. I'm sorry. If you want it, it's out there.
If you're mad about that, let me just clarify. You're mad about not being a 15-year-old with no
I think there's a list
on.
for you, buddy.
Okay?
I think there's a list for you.
If you're mad about that, you should just keep it to yourself, okay?
I think it's so dumb. I feel like this is stupid. because it is a good anime, and we all know, yes, but it's all about fan service. What the thing is about the jiggle mechanics.
It's really not, though. It
It's
has
deeper.
that in
It has it.
but it has a really good,
Plenty of it.
relatable story, like a
Very good.
relatable and very
Very good.
accurate story. As somebody that's not a part of
Yes.
the cosplay community, but I'm a part of the convention community, and I have a lot of cosplay friends, it's very accurate and very relatable,
Yes.
and it's very well done. Yes,
Very well
there
done.
is fan service, and yes, there are jiggle physics, and there's funny things that are a part of it, but I wouldn't say it's gratuitous in like, maybe a little.
I don't think it goes against moral rights.
It's not
to animate
over
something that
it's not
shouldn't
high
be
school
there.
DxD, right? It's not on that level at all, not even close.
You know, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I don't know if I should say it, but since you brought it up, I'm like, I'm gonna say it. The more I think about it, and the more clips I see about it, because I've seen all 5 seasons or 4 seasons, whatever it is, of DxD, just to be cultured in the community, you know, be one with the community. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not that good. It really isn't. Everyone's like, oh, it's got a plot.
I've watched 5 seasons, but it's not that good. Why did you watch all 5 seasons?
Because I thought it was good. But now I'm more like season. I'm like, first off, if you want to watch anime like that and all, there's plenty other ones out there that are I'd say have actual plot. But I'm like, some of this is stupid. I feel like that, and also
it's a gooner anime.
Yeah, it's just it's stupid. I know it has some of the best dubbed lines in there. I think it's hilarious. But I mean, you know, the changing of the animation quality, Akano changing her voice actor, just
that's always rough.
The repetitiveness of the stories.
That happened
it's tough.
Legend of the Shield Hero as well. I think well,
he passed away though.
I think Naofumi's voice actor passed away, and they had to change it, which is
I don't know if that's the same for the female voice actor of Akano, but I sure hope it's not. But it's just I was thinking about that. And I don't know why it just popped. I mean, besides you saying it, I feel like it's just I don't think it's that good. But I know a lot of people say flack for it. But I feel like one thing we should do, just to get people pissed off, and I feel like we should do a tier list one day. Do a tier list of maybe the current season we're watching, maybe of just, you know, certain animes that we've seen. Just give it a tier list and just going over, and we could talk about that later on. But when it comes to My Dress Up Darling, if you're looking for an anime just like it, but that it doesn't have the fan service, watch Fragrant Flower Blooms of Dignity. That's pretty much the same. But I think the romance is way better.
Is it
way
this
better.
weekend that it finally comes out on Netflix?
I don't know, because I'm a pirate, dude.
Okay,
I'm saying,
whatever.
I think it is. But that's another thing I wanted to tell you. Dude, have you heard the dub for Friggin' Flowers?
No. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I don't know if it was fully confirmed.
September 7th, which is Sunday night. Yes, nice. Nice.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This hurts me to my soul. I'm gonna say, after I don't know how many years of me being an anime content creator, I'm gonna say something that goes against everything I believe in. This anime should not be dubbed.
Really?
It should not.
Is the dub bad?
Not even as bad. The sub is magnificent. I don't think they can match it. No, Will. The clip I saw, Will. First off, Rintaro, his voice, terrible for the character, not the voice acting.
That's unfortunate.
It just doesn't match. The clip I saw. Now, this could have just been someone made this up. Because honestly, it just felt like it wasn't there.
That's where a dub can go wrong, is like when they don't match the right dub voice for the personality, right?
When they do it, it's perfect. But
it's totally, and you can take your own liberties of like it making it be a little bit different, because you're having English voice is gonna be different than Japanese voice. I think a great example of that is My Dress Up Darling. Like, my buddy can't stand the dub. He's like, I have to watch it in Japanese. And I'm like, dude, the dub is great. And so I watched the Japanese.
I love Thai.
Yeah. I'm like, hey,
but
I understand why you like the sub, but I think they did a great job of interpreting their characteristics and their personalities in the dub, the dub voiceover. So that's unfortunate that's happened.
Now, that's not even the worst part. Okay. Wagari. All right. Everyone's waifu now. Everyone protect her at all cost. They did not protect her from the dub. It is so bad. I'm sorry. It is nothing against this voice actor if it is confirmed. I tried to do research about this, but I guess we'll know later on when it gets released. But it is
that the main female lead?
Yes, yes. Wagari is the main female lead. Rentaro, he is your main character, your typical grunge. But there's so many layers to him. He's been seen as a bad guy his whole life, but he's not. And he's just accepted it. He's like, everyone's gonna look at me bad. No one's gonna see the good in me. And he's puts that on himself. Wagari and his fans, not his fans, I'm sorry. Well, he has fans now. Wagari and his friends are the only people who can see him for what he really is. And he doesn't notice this. They're the ones being able to bring out him, his true inner character of like who he is, how great of a person is, because he's always been that person. But the fact is, they bring it out of him and they see him for what he really is. And just the voice change from that is
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I can't even find the English.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't find it. I could not find it. So if it's true, I'm gonna tell you right now. I have always considered myself a dub defender. This should not be dubbed. This, stay away from it, please, please. Because there is one scene that I just watched last week where I'm not trying to spoil anything, but like our main character Rentaro does a voice change.
Crazy.
Did you find it?
It says Robbie Damon is Rentaro. Robbie Damon is a fantastic voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Damon is in Critical Role. Robbie Damon is freaking what's his name in Jujutsu Kaisen? Fushiguro in JJK.
Okay.
That's so crazy.
So I'm gonna tell you, like I said, nothing against the voice actor themselves. Because like I said, I feel like they're doing the best they can. I just feel like they did not match the character. Like I said, when you watch
so
it,
you're not saying they're doing bad. It's just they didn't match the right character.
I feel one thing, it is so well done subbed. And like I said, I don't watch sub. This one right here, I'm watching it. I don't feel like anything can come close to it. And I've never been one of those people who said, like, I watched the sub and the dub. I watched one clip, like I said, it could have been fake, of a dub clip that they gave like a little teaser to. And I'm gonna be honest, it didn't hit. I did not get the emotions. This is a show right here. I'm getting giddy. I'm getting so happy. I'm almost jumping out of my bed when I'm watching sometimes. I'm like, let's go, my man, right? You're rooting for him. You get emotionally invested in these characters so well. And I think it's mainly done because the phenomenal writing that this author has done, but also the phenomenal voice acting. Because when our man Rentaro in our last episode, I think it's episode 7 or 8, I want to say, there's a scene involving a staircase. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think it was actually episode 9. Involved in a staircase, and I kid you not, the voice acting there, beautiful. And I wish I gave you more because, like I said, you haven't seen it. You haven't been caught up.
I just heard a little clip of the Japanese, and it's very good. I don't think there's even a English trailer. Yeah.
So,
and if there is, it's like buried because I'm just a quick search. Everything is all Japanese.
Right. Have you seen anything of this show yet, or was it just like the first episode they released?
I've seen the trailer, and like I have an idea of what it's about.
If you've not been into romance anime, you are going to love this romance anime. To give a little backstory on Wagari, or to understanding on Wagari, she is amazing. And not as like a waifu or a best girl, just as a personality, as voice acting, writing, everything about her. She sees the good in everybody, no matter what. She's always there to put everyone's needs before her own. And I think that's a phenomenal person, something to emulate after. But the way the voice acting is done, she is so soft, so sweet, so polite. I mean, just I was telling you a couple weeks ago, when they drop the honorifics, when they talk casual, when my heart is really bubbling for that,
that'll be a really weird thing to like portray in English.
I'm really worried about it.
That makes sense in the English language. Like that's not something like you would never say that in the English language, right? Like unless they go through the voice actors calling each other Mr. and Miss all the time. Like
no, it's just, you can tell, and you can definitely tell the change of when he's being, proper and when he's being, around his friends. Even around his mom too, when he just goes like, yeah, like stuff like that, versus when he's around Walker, when he's around, people he respects, stuff like that. It's just, he changes. And I love that. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that the dub voice actors can't match that. No, I just don't think that their voices match their character.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Like I said, this could be all fake, and I could just be talking about it right now.
I mean, it could just be your preference too. Like it could be that you don't,
When I'm done with this, I want to show you a clip. I'll send you a clip of it, and it's not even a spoiler, but of what I saw. And if it is,
I'll be able to tell you. I'll be able to tell you right away if it's Robbie Damon or not. Pretty easily.
Because I'm trying to remember. His voice does sound very familiar, and what I heard is I feel like he's doing the best he can.
Yeah.
But if I was to pick a different voice actor, honestly, I couldn't tell you right now because
Robbie
I'm
Damon's
just so
Fushiguro in JJK. So he's like the other.
Isn't that the one with all the scars, like the
no? So Fushiguro is his like is
he's like
male counterpart on his team. Yeah.
What the hell's going on, Shibuya? Like that, and he's got the little
Yeah. He summons like the cursed beasts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think it was him.
Yeah. Toji's his dad.
Great voice actor.
Spoiler.
Great voice actor. But does it fit Rentaro? No, I feel like you need to find someone because Gojo from My Dress Up Doll dubbed, I think, does great. He's seen as a kind of like the voice kind of gives a tall, slender kind of guy, but has a lot of, inner self doubt. Yeah. And you kind of get that from the dub version.
Marin's voice actress does a great job too.
Amanda Lee, amazing because she gives that energy. You can tell. First of all, it's so funny when you see her in real life. And then when you see her and her VTuber, but also acting, her character, like it just feels like she's more comfortable being that. Same thing like we talk about Alex Lee. That's what I love about these dub voice actors. They really get into character, and you can definitely tell when they're in person versus when they're in real life, like behind the screen. When they're just behind the mic doing their job and they're just doing what they love, you can kind of hear it in their voice, and it feels like that's with Amelie. You can definitely see how her character kind of changes a little bit and how she becomes not persona, but probably maybe her true self. But love her, and also she actually does music too, and she's pretty well actually. There was one song I actually really liked too. But I will say though, I don't feel like they're gonna do well. I'll have a lot of skepticism, and maybe just because I'm just so that invested in the sub, and I've never been like that ever before. But I'll tell you this right now, dude, it is. I don't even care if it's romance anime or not. It's probably one of my favorite animes to watch of all time. Like I said, I've ordered the manga before I've even finished the first season. I don't do that.
It's gonna be really funny if I start watching it after everybody's talked it up and I'm like, dude, this is trash.
Oh, well, this will be the day the podcast will end then, dude. I'm telling you, there's no way. I know I could stake so much on it, dude. I could stake so much on it, Will. There's no, I would, if you hate it, you could tattoo wherever you want on my back. I don't care. No, I'm just, it's a QR code that every time you scan it, it subs to Will's YouTube. No, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, you're going to love it. There's no way you're not going to love it. It's just so,
clearly I'm excited for it. Like you saw that I looked. It's coming out on.
I can overhype it all I want.
So exciting!
I can overhype it as much as I want, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't even do it.
It'll be a good.
I'm loving it that much.
It'll be a great weekend for anime. So,
but what is not going good?
Let's talk about content creation. You're like, I'm not really sure where you're going with that. Okay. I'm interested to see what you're thinking. Being a full-time content creator, like I'm interested to see what
Right. It's very new. And I think we're in a downfall, and there's gonna be repercussions with it. For those who don't understand, okay, I mean, me and Will, we've been content creators for a while now. We kind of know the ups and downs. We kind of know also how what works and what doesn't work. You could say that, right?
You're not going to talk about the San Japan content creator
San Japan content.
Yeah,
I would love to hear about that in a second.
Yeah, I'll tell you that in a little bit.
Okay, so right now TikTok is being TikTok how it is. They're changing the algorithm, and it's a little bit tough. So what happens every time TikTok changes their algorithm? Content creators have to find a way to make it work. So sometimes it means changing up their content. And the new style that's working right now is pathetic. It is terrible. And I hate to say it's come with anime content creators because I was so excited. They're saying, oh, anime edits are back. And keep in mind, they are. They really are. But anime rants, anime reviews, anime recommendations, anything that's not involving edits makes me cringe. Because you know what the thing is now? This is the new style of recording. Okay. They get their microphone, they're talking into it. All right. We've all done this. But they do the speed up, speed down crap. That is so disgusting. It makes me like, this is every time they want to make a point land. And it's even fellow creators I follow too, that I'm like, I might have to unfollow if they switch it. Will, be warned, if you do this, I'm sorry. I'm unfollowing you because I can't stand this. When it's all like making a point. Blah, 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 blah. Slow motion when they're trying to do a point. And then because why? It just brings retention. I feel like we're at this point now when you're doing the speed up, slow down, it is less effort. And I mean, hey, look at my content. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't get less effort than that right there. All right. I'm a guy who talks about slideshows. That's it, right? But when it comes to that, they're speeding up, slowing down. they're making all these ridiculous claims. They're doing clickbait, almost rage bait stuff now. It feels like people aren't talking with passion. People aren't talking with what they love. There's big anime content creators out there that are getting to the point where they're just only doing what's trending. Instead of talking about what their passion, what they actually enjoyed, they're like, oh, this is trending. And I hate to say it too. You have cosplayers out there too who are only trying to promote their, certain things that group of people that like. But because the reason why is they'll be in a cosplay and people are like, oh, do you like that anime? No, it's just a popular cosplay outfit. Stuff like that is starting to irk me because, anime is getting popular. And you knew that's going to happen. It happens with every type of niche. There's always been people who are just taking it.
Yeah.
But with it comes to people I even respect, people I even follow, that they're taking this trend because they know they're just doing it for views. When did it change? When did the love of something? I'm saying, ride the wave. That's fine. Ride it. But make it your own. Stop copying everybody else.
You're talking about, because I've seen a little bit about this. You're talking about the yapping trend. Like people are just like, just talk and like don't put any effort into anything.
Sort of. They'll have, the image above them. They'll talk into the camera with, their lavalier mic on, and what they'll do is, and they don't even EQ it. Come on, people, please. But they'll talk into their lavalier mic, and what happens is it's like you put their speech in 1/2 speed, right? They speed it up while they're talking, so they're doing the yapping session.
Oh, they're actually
and then they slow it down.
Stuff up and slowing it down. I've seen a couple of those,
and that is stupid. It makes me want to barf.
Okay,
so much.
I was a little confused what you were talking about, but
so you're caught up
where
there,
they're
right?
actually like they're physically like in post speeding up their video and then
I think it's something, a feature that TikTok does now. I think it's gotten that popular. Like that, every time you're trying to make a point, let me slow it down, saying like JJK is the best anime of all time. It's like, shut up, make real content then, because you're first off, you're just writing the algorithm because something's trending, right? It's like, if it works, it's fine. Make it your own though.
Yeah.
It's called content creation, not content copy. All right.
Like I can actually do that. And I actually do that when I'm talking about something. Because if you're talking about something you're really, really excited about and you're telling somebody this is a really cool story, but you have to pay attention to this point right here. Like there's a natural way. I just showed you the natural way to do that. But like,
and that's fine. I can handle that.
That's kind of along the trend that you see all the time of people who are like, hey, if you want to get all these views or blah, 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 do this hack or do this trick. And I'm like, you know what the real answer is? You know what the real answer is if you want to get views is to make good videos. If your videos aren't getting views, it's because your video sucks.
That, but also, I mean,
that's the hard truth. Like this is my full-time job. That's the hard truth. Now, with the caveat, sometimes there are analytics and things you can look at. And so I had this perfect example. I had a video that I posted yesterday and I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is cool. But the first part of the video, it takes 12 seconds. That might be too long. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to delete it and re-edit it. So I uploaded it. Boom, massive tank. Cool. Deleted it, re-edited it to where within that first 12 seconds, instead of just 1 point, I had 3 points and the video started performing properly, right? Now, why did the first one mess up? Because the first one sucked. Or it didn't suck, but like from the viewer's perspective, the viewer wasn't entertained. Yeah. And I took the same video and just switched it up a little bit and then it was fine. I can't stand these trends where it's like, do this hack, do this trick, just like you're saying, do this stupid, lazy thing to get views. That is a mindset that is not going to actually build anything for you. That's just going to get you views and empty follows. If you want views, make good content.
There's a shelf life to everything. I guarantee you this shelf life is going to drop real quickly.
Yeah.
I do not think this is going to do well.
I've seen a couple of those videos. I didn't realize
it's happened in the anime community.
I've seen a few of them having no idea it was a trend. And I was just like, this is stupid. I don't want to watch this. Like, why are we speeding up, slowing down? Like,
it feels like an insult to me. Honestly, it really does. It feels like an insult to the viewer. And it's like, hey, I'm putting in a little effort here. I'm riding a wave, riding a trend. But also, it's like your attention span is low. I'm making fun of you because you're saying, hey, this is like the best way I can do a Subway Surfer video without putting the Subway Surfer, just so I can get my TikTok algorithm pushing my RPM up so I can get paid more, just because I know I need to hit a minute. So I'm just going to yap about something, but speed it up, slow it down to make sure you feel like it's not going to be a minute long, minute and 1 second, because that's how much you need to get paid on TikTok, a minute and 1 second long video. I'm just going to yap about it. Now, professional yappy here. If I'm saying this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is terrible, because what's going to happen when this trend dies? You got all these followers, and it happens with every person you've seen who went viral, who went off all these trends, and they didn't stay with it. Now, for me, like I said, my content, if you're being a content creator, yes, you should always be thinking of new ideas to be adding to your content to freshen things up. But you need to stay rooted to what your followers want and what they're looking for. For me, when I decided to make the change from doing what I was doing originally onto anime content creating to doing, say, recommendation, I always wanted to do recommendations for a while, but I didn't feel like I was geared towards it. Now I went to a fellow creator of mine who you know and I love. I went to back then we got of anime, but now it's also Taylor Reviews. Love him, great guy. I went to him first before I did this, and I was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this content. You know, how do you feel about it?" And he was like, "That's fine, cool." He was cool about it. Now I said, like, our stuff looks similar, but what I did was I made it my own. And now me and him, we talk, you know, here and there, and we bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah.
Even with me and Will, we bounce stuff off each other all the time with content creation, because you shouldn't be sitting still. If something works, yes, take it, run with it as long as it goes, but also don't sit there and stay pretty. You got to find something new, but don't be riding a wave. Make yourself original. Make something I can enjoy, because a lot of people I follow, I don't follow a lot of people. I like certain content creators, and if I follow you, it's not like me bestowing something upon you. It's because I enjoy your content.
Yeah.
If you start changing on your values, on your ego, or if you start changing on like your videos, I'm just like a normal person too. That's the way I think about when I put my videos. What would a person want to see? If you start changing that, sorry, buddy, I'm not following you.
Yeah, I agree. And and you said you geared it towards anime creators, and I wouldn't even say it's anime creators. It's just content creation in general.
Yes, like I said, it's gotten too animated now.
Yeah, people are just looking for the quick way to go viral, and that's not going to do anything for you.
That's fine, but longevity,
anything, like,
you got to come with new ideas.
Like, you have tons of people out there that make low quality videos and shorts, and that's all they do. And they're, you know, maybe they have 3 or 4 million followers, and they're doing great on one platform, but they haven't. Well, see what I've learned, and what Kyle's learned over these years of doing this, is we've learned a skill set. My channels can get deleted tomorrow, and I now have a skill set that I've taught myself over the past 7 years that I can take and build a job from. It's called editing good videos, not making bullshit videos that it's just me sitting here with my tatas hanging out talking about some dumb crap. No, I actually can make real good edits, and I have clients that pay me good money to make these edits. And I've learned a valuable skill. Following all these trends, doing all this crazy stuff, you're not learning a skill. You're not building any type of a foundation for yourself to build off of in the future. And you gotta think about that stuff. And you know, that just gives me encourages me that people like you and me, like, we just keep doing what we're doing, and we're gonna keep moving along.
I don't want people to take this as like us being crashing out, us being upset about what's going on. I feel like
I'm not. I could care less. It's not affecting me.
To give you an understanding of where we're coming from. All right, we've been there. We've been at the bottom. All right, we've started from zero. Like everyone else does. Right. We know what it takes to get up to this. Like, I mean, I've started, you know, new pages. I've done all this stuff, and I've gone through all this stuff from content creation from here to there. What we're trying to come in as a good place and trying to help people understand this, because like we're still learning to this day. We're trying to come in a helping place mindset, saying that if you want to make content, if you want to do something low budget, low quality, that's fine. If I see passion in something, if I see something you enjoy, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to support that. If I see something like I'm just chasing a bag, then you're not going to have me. It can work for other people. That's fine. If that's what you want, that's fine. Do that. But for me, the reason why I started content creation is because when I started doing anime, it's because I didn't have anyone to talk anime about. I had nobody to talk anime about, and I wanted to find people to talk about it.
That's why I started.
Look at me now.
Yeah, that's why I started
doing
making YouTube videos too. I had nobody to talk about the things that I enjoyed, and I was like, literally, the desk that's sitting right there. I came home one day and just posted up my phone and made a video, and I have that YouTube video saved on my desktop. Every once in a while, I'll open it up and I'll be like, wow. I really have come a long way. I really have learned a lot. You know, it was really cool. I was hanging out. We can wrap with this. I was hanging out with a legitimate artist the other day. My buddy knows this artist. He's a fine artist. Dude is like phenomenal musician, but he does oil paintings and stuff, and like does commissions for like the city of Fort Worth and the city of Dallas, like legit things. Had this really awesome studio in Dallas. And so we're hanging out at his apartment. They were asking me what I do. And I was like, well, I guess I am kind of a creative too. And I was like, I started off this way. And so I started showing them some of my more recent videos that I do for one of my clients, Webtoon. And so I'm showing them this video, and it's these guys that's what they do for a living, is they're artists, and they make a good living. And they're watching it and they're like, is this AI? Like, did you do AI? I was like, no, this is my voiceover. And like, I did all of this editing. And they were like, dude, that's phenomenal that you can make stuff like that. And it was it was an interesting moment for me. It's like, that's not that I need validation, but that's cool. That's a little bit of validation from people that I perceive to be real creatives when I am a real creative. And to land that plane, I would not be in that position, having learned that skill set, if when I started making content, I was just like, what's the easiest, quickest way I can hack a viral video? I started with, how can I make the coolest video that I can make right now?
Right.
And then just continuing to do that for 8 years.
I think it's going to drain people.
Do cool things.
It's going to drain them. It's going to be the point. Like I always tell anyone, and if you guys want to, we can probably go into like content creation help steps, tools, things we've learned, probably to be able to help you guys. That'd be cool. But for me, what I always tell everyone is find something you're passionate about. Find something you can literally talk about all day long. You can talk about it all day long. That's it. Make content about that.
And
that's because you're not going to get tired of it.
Like,
I mean,
well, literally, I showed up
anime
this week with no preparation, just some notes from Kyle, like, hey, we're going to talk about these things. Dope.
I was like, hey, I'm going to crash out.
Yeah.
Sit down
and
take it. I need someone to listen to me.
Yeah. Kyle will do the same thing some weeks. He's like, hey, I haven't prepared anything. And you know why we can do that? Because we love this stuff.
Yes.
And we can just sit down and
enjoy it.
Yeah.
I feel like people are going to get burnt out, and they don't realize, because right now they're just looking at what TikTok's paying them, because right now TikTok is paying pretty well for those content creators. But you got to realize, though, you're going to get burnt out of this. And it happens to me. I get burnt out of anime sometimes here and there, but the love for it doesn't go. I feel like their love for anime might go. And I feel like it's going to be sad, because that's messed up for the viewer themselves, people who have been following them for this long time.
Then we get into the topic of people that are doing it that don't even really like anime. They're just doing it to surf the trend.
And
they're going, we can talk about that.
I don't want to get into that right now. Yeah, I don't want to get into that right now.
People posers. Wow. We used to make fun of those people in high school, but I digress. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us while we both kind of crashed out a little bit today.
Thank you for the crash out. Yeah, thank you for listening for the crash out. I'm sorry. We'll probably call this like the crash out episode or something. I don't know. It's just, I'm sorry. It's not always like this. I had a lot of pent-up aggression, and nobody. It's not always like this, I swear.
Oh, it's my gosh. This episode's like when you're watching anime and your parents walk in the room, and the anime girl on the TV screen, it's like she has this thought. She goes, "Oh, I've decided right now is the perfect time to moan." That's this episode.
Yeah, it's your parents just walked in. We're in this. I'll tell you right now, though. Yes, everyone, stay tuned. Stay tuned, because we'll be going through in the fall. Not fall. We'll be giving you a list of the fall anime that are coming out. What we're looking forward to. We'll be getting a final rankings of all the spring and summer animes. What are you doing? Oh gosh, end of episode. The summer rankings of what we saw. We'll be giving, I guess, an overview of what we think is going to be good for the fall coming up. You know, what we like from the summer, what we might like from the fall. Might do a tier list. We have a lot of stuff in the works right now. Stay tuned for all that. Like I said, if you're enjoying this stuff, please rate if you're listening on Spotify, sub, all this stuff. We appreciate everyone's support.
Yes.
It's honestly, it's making this very surreal for all of us, and really enjoying, like I said, being able to sit here, talk about anime, have you guys sit here and listen to it, means the world to us.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys. Have a good week. We'll see you next week. Till then, see y'all later.
Peace out. Don't be a poser.
Oh my gosh.